I'm starting to get a lot of questions about what I think is going to happen in the housing market this year. So in this video, I'm going to go over the final 2024 stats, talk about some of the population changes around Montana, and I finally have some great news that's going to affect my videos this year, so stay tuned. Let's start by taking a look at the annual report for the Montana housing market for 2024 and also go over some of the population changes around the state. Okay, so here's the annual report that's put out by our MLS every year, and it covers all of western Montana, all the way over past Great Falls. So if you're looking for eastern Montana stats, I don't have those, but this covers the main part of the state, or where most people have been moving to anyway. So let's check it out and see what's been going on. And if you guys want a copy of this report, I'd be happy to send it to you. Just email me at my address that's here in the show notes, and I'll send you out a link for this. But if we look at the new listings that happened last year, they are down from, as you can see, 2020 by a couple thousand. Pending sales are also way down. And this breaks down which town in our area has been hit the hardest. So, West Yellowstone is a 300% difference in new listings. They added 300%. Havre was 233% more pending sales. But it's an interesting report. And then you got the closed sales here. You can see those are way down, 6,500 compared to 10,000 back in 2020. And inventory of homes for sale. So in 2024, we had 2,700 homes, which means that I think finally the prices are going to start to level out, if not go down a little bit from what they were. So that's good news for everybody that's been waiting to buy. There's still, as you go through each area, it's a little different. Obviously some areas are going to have, the prices are still going to be a lot higher than others. But at least overall, things are going to slow down a little bit and not get as crazy. And we'll talk about that when we see the population report in a little bit. But the median sales prices have also basically leveled out from 23. They went up $10,000. And then the average sales price went up a little bit. And the difference between average and median is, I like the median because it's a better true look at what's going on. When you take the average, you get some outliers, some huge sales that kind of skew everything. But the median is, the middle price of everything that's sold, and that gives you a better look at what's really going on than the average. But on both of them, they've definitely, leveled out a little bit. Days on market until the sale, that's also, going up, which means there's more on the market and, less sales. So again, good news for buyers. Sellers aren't going to be able to just put their house on the market anymore and get 10 offers like they were getting back in 2020. I'm seeing a lot of sellers that still think they should get the money they were getting back in 2020, and they'll list things way too high, and then they just sit there. I think people are finally starting to realize, with the slowdown in growth and with the interest rates not coming back down to where they once were, it's definitely slowing things down. And then percent of list price received also is dropping. And again, as you can see in 2021, the average house sale was getting more than the list price. That's when it was so crazy and people were getting 10 or 15 offers on houses. But ever since then, it's been slowly coming back down to where it was pre-pandemic levels. Then on page 7 of this report, it shows kind of a price range review. A couple of interesting stats here that, the higher priced homes are sitting on the market longer. Obviously goes to what people can afford, goes to the interest rates. The 121 and less, there's I don't know where they're finding these houses, probably over towards Great Falls, but in the Flathead Valley, we're not seeing many houses listed for 121,000. So that stat is a little skewed, but it shows also the share of homes for sale less than 121, and it dropped all the way down to basically 1% since 2020, since our prices went up all over the state of Montana. And then the amount of closed sales by price range, that just shows you that 355 and higher, that's kind of the, I just looked up the other day in Kalispell, the lowest price house right now in the whole town is about 329. So the reason these have gone way up is just because of all of our prices have gone way up. And then the last part of this report, it goes over every little town and area that our MLS covers, and I'm not obviously going to go through all of this. But like I said, if you'd like a copy of this report, go ahead and email me at montanaliferealty@gmail.com, and I could send it out. And let's take a look at the population situation we have going in the last year or two. So this is an article in the Daily Montanan, and it's talking about the growth slowing here. And it shows that as of July 2024, from July 2023, Montana only increased by 5,900 people. That's not a huge number when you spread it out over the whole state or even western Montana. And, back in the day, back in 20 and 21, they were getting 20,000 residents every year, new residents every year, which made it the second fastest growing state in the country. Now, in 2024, it has a growth rate of 0.52%, and that comes in at number 37 among the United States. And here's a map here that shows all the different states. In Montana, as you can see, the population in 2024 is 1.1 million, and we gained 5,900 people, and that's 0.52%. And if you're curious, West Virginia is the only state in the nation that lost people. They lost over 500 people. A lot of the states are growing. Texas is still growing quite a bit. Texas, Florida, Idaho next door, they gained 30,000 people for a 1.5% change. So thought this was an interesting article. And then they talk about people moving to Montana from other countries, and we're at the bottom of the whole country. There's only 506 people that moved to Montana in 2024 that were from out of the country. You can see Massachusetts led the nation with 90,000 people moving there. So Montana is way down there. And even Wyoming had 1,200 people. So for whatever reason, we're not getting a lot of people, not a lot of international people moving to Montana. And finally, I have some great news about something that's going to affect my videos this year. Finally, I think if you guys have been watching my videos for a long time, you saw me last year when I was talking about that house they're building in Glacier Park and other things about Glacier Park, is that I wasn't allowed to go in there and film because you had to get this $130 permit that you may or may not be approved for. And if you're not, you lost the money. It was a stupid setup for this, situation to try and film in there, all because supposedly, YouTube is a commercial thing and they wanted you to, pay to have your videos on there, even if it was just me standing there with a tripod like this and filming out in the park. So finally the government and the slow wheels of government have finally passed a law. It passed the House back in April, almost unanimously. It's called the Explore Act, and it allows people like myself to go into the national parks again and Forest Service land and film without having to apply for a permit and go jump through all the hoops and everything. They still, if you're going to film a big production like a TV show or something like that, you still have to get permits. But for a guy like me that's just trying to show you guys what the park is like, or things going on in the park, or things in the Forest Service areas, now I can do it. And it's, should have been like this all along, but it was not. So I'm pretty excited about that. And because of that, I'll be doing a lot more filming in the park this year. So hope you guys are looking forward to that. and we'll see you next week. I'm going to start doing all the tours of the different towns that I filmed this fall, and I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you for watching our video. Please call, text, or email for more information, and don't forget to watch our other videos about Montana.